EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap. As it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Will Russ set to kick off.
It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick for Maples Drive. And running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 57 yards. And the Steelers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing is Milton. Over the middle, complete. That's Norton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First down, Houston.
Look at 19.
Here's Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback.
Here's a diving catch right side. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt, that's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Milton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
On the ready.
2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw, it's Milton. He'll swing this out to Blue. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Milton, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. And Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the 1st.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And very little there. He But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go.
And it's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
On first down, it's Blue. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Viking, 18.
He finds his man, complete. It's Norton. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Steelers 10. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Let's go.
To throw is Milton. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Slot man moves right. Here's Milton now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal, Houston.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. That's to Bowers once again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brock Bowers from 4 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Texans 21, Steelers 10. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Yeah, he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, that's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A huge play there for Houston. 62 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
Let's go now.
On the end around, this is Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
18, rush, liking,
Milton. And he's got it. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on.
Operating from the gun. Milton to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Touchdown! Brock Bowers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 10. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the Steelers first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 28.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Thornton, 28 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Steelers 17. Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there just before halftime. 72 yards.
First and goal at the 9.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bowers. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 7-yard line.
Hold the ready.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Looking monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans win it.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He's got room at the 30. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a second and 10. Back to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's Thornton. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll try and do this himself. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Santos set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Going quickly here to Thomas. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Touchdown, Houston. Brian Thomas, 77 yards. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. What's good on the extra point? And they open the lead up now to 25.
17. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. To the right side and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He's in. Touchdown, Houston. Isaac Guerrero, 28 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Steelers 17. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready?
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Throwing is Milton. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. The partner's still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Come on. Ready?
Here's Milton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Stephanie! Cougar 19!
Now Milton. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
70 Lions!
They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it to Addison. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Another Steelers first down.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
19 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let go.
Here's Milton now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. The kick by Lutz is good. For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And down he'll go at
the 25. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from running.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple of fellas talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DeAndre Swift, 42 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for the Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thornton. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
66. Steelers 24. Will Lutz set to kick
After
off.
the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
The Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And the Texans are moving on as we say so long.